What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Friday Night Craft and Chill, where I always know exactly what I'm going to do. We're always 100% prepared. These are very well planned out streams. I keep meticulous notes, hours and hours of preparation. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to that today, so not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. How's everyone doing tonight? Ed is shocked. I'm sure you are. Hi, it's me. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming back. So, from the shorts I've been doing this week, some of you guys have probably already seen these, but that's the that little desk I did last week. I can't really turn it over, but yeah, there we go. This guy. And this is, of course, the book I did the week before. Got some other books, and this is the open book I was working on. Just kind of put some scribbles in there, but I don't know, not too bad. Doing a little bench now to go with these. Yeah, I'm doing great, Ed. Doing good. Collecting Bros, what's up, guys? So yeah. I was working on some little wall pieces that was a commission for someone, and that's wrapped up. I've been watching through some of the Master of the Universe stuff that everyone's kind of talking about right now. As a matter of fact, there's another stream going on, you guys probably know already, with Brick and Kayla and Oz over there talking about the new Motu that came out, which I saw one episode of the new one, but I just recently binged all the other ones. It was only 10 episodes, and that was pretty cool. But I was thinking about maybe making something from that, but I'm not sure what yet. Probably going to do a little painting on some of these little guys that we have. We never finished this blue house that we decided to paint blue with a dark gray roof. So I might do like a little bit of trim on this. It's me and TCB. Yeah, the Geek the F Out channel. Yeah, I saw them over there all chit-chatting about it. So, normally I like to just get started doing something, but I'm not exactly sure what to do today. I think I'm just going to start painting this stuff. At least it'll kind of give me something to do when my brain turns back on. Anybody got anything currently they're working on they want to, throw in the chat, talk about a little bit? Any progress? I'm going to do another dark gray coat on that. That's blue. Boy, this is... It's funny, too, because I organized quite a bit. I cleared out my craft cart, and I cleared out some shelves over here and stuff, but my paint... I have too much paint for the storage room that I have. I need about 3 times the amount of shelves. And I have these really cool... I don't know if I ever tilt this up and show any of this during these streams, but I have these really cool little... paint storage system, and I got some little wooden shelves I built over there, and there's some other art stuff down that way. But I mean, those are cool, but I just need way more of them, like way more of them. Too many colors. Okay, did I just mess up the mount? Yes, I did. There we go. Good evening, Eldor. How are you doing? Fat Red, yo, what's up, Fat Red? Oh, Ed did the eagle head today. Thanks for the input. Axion, I don't know if you posted it, but if you didn't, go ahead and send me a picture on that on Instagram. I'll take a look at it. Looks like that's going to come out. It's going to come out good, dude. It'll be cool. Yeah, so where is the gray paint? Let me locate the dark gray paint. Alright, there we go. Wasn't too hard to find. Something else I'll show real quick was, you guys probably remember me doing this. This guy on the stream I was working on. So that's done being painted now. We'll get a little more light on there. But I also did 2 of these, and I did a ruined wall section too, which I thought came out pretty good. And so that's fun. Ruining them is much more fun than just making plain straight ones. All right, dark gray once again. Yet another coat of dark gray on this thing. Savage Viking. How you doing, Savage? I don't know, maybe I'll make a book tonight. I'm really getting into the books again. I really enjoyed doing a library I did about 1.5 years ago, where I started with some of these, and I need to find a wall somewhere in here that I can build something really freaking massive on. I just, the space I'm shooting in is also space that I clear off and use for product videos sometimes. And then I have a lot of storage, but I just need to find a wall that I can build something vertical to make, like, rooms and stuff. Maybe even the interior of a wizard's tower would be cool, and I could just put stuff in it. But everything that I build is always temporary, because I'm shifting things around all the time, so things just get broken down, put into storage, and then pulled out when I need to take a picture or something. Yeah, that Eagle Force Island is that it's a bit bigger than the original one, right, Ed? I mean, it looked a little bit bigger. Does this need more gray? Yeah, up top it does a little. Wizard Tower equals awesome. Heck yeah, man. For sure. I already have kind of a bunch of stuff to put in it, right? I mean, I got books, I got treasure chests, barrels and stuff. I don't have a wizard. I guess I have Father Christmas. That could kind of work. I mean, he looks pretty wizardly. Don't know how to go small, right on. I mean, Ed, eventually, although if the market's any indicator, it's not happening anytime soon, but eventually when I get back in a house again, I will have a large space just with big setups like that. For sure. I kind of know a co-work space that I could probably go to and build some stuff. Or I have a garage. I could build in the garage, but I'm kind of like I'm spoiled. You know, I don't want to be I don't want to be out of climate control. In Texas, it's totally fine during the winter. I can hang out down there. It's no problem. You know, it's like 30 degrees or something. Put a coat on, space heater, whatever. But once it gets to the summertime, it's just no good, man. I mean, I can't run AC in there because it's a rental, so it's rough. Not So Super Mario, what's up, Not So Super Mario? How you doing tonight on this chilled out Friday night? Yeah, man, Texas summer is not a freaking joke. It didn't really bother me, you know, like in my 20s. But into my 30s, I just started not doing so good with the heat. I could throw a fan on and be okay down there for like an hour, you know, or so. But the amount of time it takes to work on things, you know, I'd be down there all day, and I wouldn't make it, man. There's no way. I'd be a puddle. Payne's Toy Samples, what's up, man? I did actually jump on your stream at the very end because I got a late start today, and I was like, wow, he's wrapping up. I don't know, do you usually wrap up this early, or was it a little bit of an early night for you? Where is my paper towel? I guess I need a new one. Yeah, Fat Red, I wish I had a basement, but pretty much no basements in Texas. It would be great. Try to keep 130 for non-creative show. Right on. I know I saw that pavement somewhere. Oh, I think that's it. Whoa, just reach through the camera. Yeah, pavement. Customs get more breathing room, yeah. Well, you're kind of multitasking at that point even more. Okay, oh yeah. Let's do some of this guy. I have foam clay coming in tomorrow. Going to try it out. You know what, Aaron? I have a tub of foam clay here, along with like every other possible modeling compound, and I still haven't tried it out. I bought it probably like half a year ago or more. I need to bust it out and do something with it too. And I'm feeling a clay time coming on. I was actually thinking about doing some clay on the stream today. I don't know. I got a little Sculpey here. I got this this random bent over chick that I for some reason sculpted. I have no idea why. I was just playing around with it the other day. But I might feed her through the Sculpey grinder. Who should I ask about making silicone mold? Well, I'm telling you, I don't have much experience with it. I've made some, but just a few playing around. Oilers has done more, I think. I mean, I got a few items right here. They came out not so well. So this was a little sci-fi bit thing. Come on, camera. That I did with some Sculpey. But because it was clay, like the mold wasn't that great. So every time I went to cast from it, it was kind of, you know, it doesn't like to, because it's zoomed in a little bit, the focus is a little wonky. However, when I made a piece from laser cut like this, and oh yeah, this was the putty. This was putty. This wasn't the actual silicone mold. The one I made from the actual silicone mold, it did come out a little bit better, but not quite as good as I would like. But when I did like some laser cut wood, because I was like, oh, I can make little control panels out of laser cut wood and then cast them. Let me see if I have that. It came out like perfect. Like really perfect. Yeah, here it is. I mean, super clean. Everything's good. And this resin is like much better than the resin that comes out of the 3D printer. I was really happy with it. So obviously it just matters. The original you're putting in there matters a lot. What's up, Eduardo? How you doing? Thanks for coming, man. For a head sculpt. Well, for a head sculpt, you're obviously going to have to do a 2-part mold. And you're going to need some clay to do that. Not Sculpey. You know, you need some regular clay, which I bought some just for that purpose. I have it over there. Haven't gotten that far yet, though. Not in this recent incarnation of myself. I have done a little bit of that a billion years ago, but so long ago I don't even remember. I mean, the products were different, the brands of everything was different. Dorak Gob. What up, dude? What's up, Dorak? I don't remember you, Dorak, but if this is your first time, thanks for coming by. If not, thanks for coming by again. Timbo Toys. How you doing, Timbo? All right. What are we going to do with this? White or like... I almost feel like a gray highlight would be more appropriate. We'll go white. Screw it. Do we have a gloss white? What's this? Whoops. This paint is a little old, so it's kind of got some chunks in it. I think the door needs to be the gray too. Yeah. The head is currently made of epoxy sculpt. That's some good stuff. It's the base sculpt for the werewolf heads. Yeah. I mean, you could do 2-part molds and you can use resin, like you're saying, use a silicone mold. For sure. That stuff ain't cheap, but, you know, I don't know. I think the kits are like maybe smooth cast is a thing that everyone pretty much uses. I don't know. It's like 30, 40 bucks for the resin, 30, 40 bucks for the silicone, something like that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this house, but we have it. Freddie Hernandez. What's up, Freddie? The book and the table? Thanks, man. Yeah, we got this right here. I was showing it earlier. It's on the old table with... There's that book, and I threw some of the other books I had on here too, just to give it some more character. And it's got this guy, the slightly fancier book on there too. And I'm starting a new bench to go along with it. I got so many good ideas and comments from people on different things I could make when I asked. And that was pretty cool. So I wrote a list of stuff down. Yeah, so I'm doing a bench now with a bookshelf in the bottom of the bench that'll be able to hold maybe 4 books about this size. So it'll be kind of cool to have like the bench with like the little pop of color where the books are sitting underneath. Now it's kind of thin in some parts because I needed to get the material pretty thin to be able to fit. I don't want to just fit like one book in there. It was going to be lame. So hopefully it doesn't all break apart when I'm painting it because of the force of the brush. But I think it'll be all right. Let's set this. We'll set this right here for now. If I get a mold, I could fill it with epoxy sculpt. Maybe. Maybe. I've never tried that. I don't know. I guess. I've used epoxy sculpt. That stuff is like crazy hard when it dries. Timbo, yeah, it's 1/12 scale. I mean, it's a little bit big, right? Because I wanted it to look grand. You know, like a wizard's book would be big. So you could see... This would be more like a normal book next to Deadpool. This is kind of big, but it could still pass for like, you know, a grimoire or something like that. So this book it's huge, but it works. Yeah, Freddie, I'm gonna do a few more items in that grouping and just kind of keep adding to the fantasy stuff. It's kind of cool because I always would do like a diorama at a time, but now I feel like just doing little mini projects for the reels and then sometimes doing little small things on here. It's kind of interesting to make everything in bits instead of just planning a big project. I just make like random bits and I can kind of mash them into something and then make it fit. So I don't know, it suits me. So I think you need a wizard tower. Yeah, man, I think I need a wizard tower too, Fat Red, for sure. Axion, I was looking at those wizard figures like, what was it, like 2 years ago or something when they first came out on pre-order. I understand, like, I mean, I get it, you know, it takes time to make everything, but it's still just so weird to me how people order things and it's like 2 years later, they're like, yeah, maybe we'll get it next year. I mean, I do get it. The world has changed, you know, this whole online model and stuff. It's not like back in the day where you would just go to the store, they would have what they have, and... But it is kind of crazy. But yeah, those wizards did look cool, man. They did look cool. The one on the bottom right, I'll have to take a look at it again. Yeah, it's the collector world now, right. Yeah. That's what it is. Kind of have like a little neighborhood going there. These look very anime to me, like some, almost like Japanese style a little bit, but not quite. A Santa head on it with white hair. Radnom's neighborhood. You know, Bad Red, I have been thinking about that, making that like maybe a segment where I just do like a little house every now and then and have a spot off to the side where I start building out a neighborhood. Build houses for different people I know on here. That might be kind of cool. That might be a cool little project. Radnom, please make a rooftop New York style. I've done some of those, Eduardo. I just I don't have them anymore because they were for other people. But I have a small one that I did do an Instagram reel on maybe about a year ago. There's maybe like 4 or 5 reels. It's got Batman on it. I don't know exactly when it was. But yeah, I probably should do another rooftop because I've only actually filmed that one. It's way easier to build stuff when you're not filming. I mean, trying to set up the camera, the microphone, think about where the shot is, and all that it kind of like saps your flow. So, I do build stuff without filming it. And it's nice sometimes. It is nice sometimes. It feels like a break. Pepe, what's up? Craft and chill. That's right, man. My house better have a crick in the yard. Axion, you wouldn't even get a house, bro. I'm sorry. I already thought about you. You would be like a rock down by the creek with like a stick holding up the rock. And just like a little sign pointing in there saying Ed, something like that. I don't know, man. I did think about you actually though when I was thinking about this. I don't want to spoil it too much because I've thought about a few people, so we'll see how that turns out. Okay. Ed's like, awesome, perfect, no electric bill. Gray. I need some more browns. I'm running low on my browns. Raw sienna. Nope. The producing side of YouTube can be draining. Setup and troubleshooting tech issues are the worst. Yeah, man. Definitely. It's cool, you know, the community engagement, all that stuff is cool. You kind of have to do it. No one is doing this stuff without trying to get a couple of bucks going too, because you know, it helps pay for the hobby and everything, and all this stuff does cost money, obviously. But if you're trying to do something or get in a creative flow while working on something, it's best to almost forget about the camera. You know, set it up and forget about it if you can. And then you just edit it later. But it's rough to do. You know, you have time constraints and, you know, how much can the camera hold, all that kind of stuff. And especially, like, I do all my shorts with my iPhone. My iPhone is an iPhone 8. It is old, you know, and it's totally full. Doesn't have much storage to begin with. And so every time I want to do anything, I have to delete stuff off of there. So I can only work on like 1, maybe 2 projects at a time. And I really have no honey brown. And I have to, I have to delete them as soon as I post them. And so when you're dealing with that space limitation, I have to also think about like each shot. And, I'm turning it on, turning it off, and turning it on, turning it off. And the phone, too, you got to get really close with the phone for it to look good. And it's like in your face. I'm blind as a bat already, so I'm dealing with trying to have the phone there. And it is what it is, though. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love, the engagement, and very thankful for all the followers on Instagram and here. But it comes with its challenges. I can't believe I literally organized everything just to sabotage myself on the stream and not know where a single freaking thing is. It's good stuff. Give me a sec. What in the actual... I know the mic's not on mute. You know what, screw it. I'm just going to go with a different color than I normally would use. That's fine. Yeah, I almost started without a shirt this time, so what can I say? I'm building my first fire escape for 112. Wish me luck. Absolutely, good luck. You'll have fun with it. It might crumble in your hands as you build it, but you'll figure it out eventually. I actually have never done one of those. I never have done one of those. I've thought about it a bunch of times. I almost went and stick built one, and then I told myself, no, I need to go ahead and design it in 3D so I can just print them and put them together and have that taken care of whenever I need one, and never did it, which is a recurring theme in my life. Well, yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, sounds cool. But yeah, Fat Red is right. Just go for it. I saw that shelf today. It looks crazy cool. Oh yeah, Ed. I didn't see it, but is it that one that a lot of people have that's like the 3-tier one? Building like crazy. Heck yeah. All right, let me put these back on. Shane, you say you can't wait, but I tell you what, you can wait. I mean, 3D printing, it's another rabbit hole of stuff, and they don't always work the way you want them to. Usually quite a bit of troubleshooting going on, but you can do a lot of really cool stuff with them, and once you have something down, you can repeat it. But it's also just as useful, especially if you're going to be doing like Blender or 3D design or something like that. Building stuff like this is the same thought process. You just don't know the tools in it, but it's all the same thing. It's shapes, it's squares, rectangles, cylinders, and circles and such, and understanding, looking at something, and just your brain makes the volume for the different shapes and how it would go together. You have to do the same thing when you're doing the 3D stuff. It's just a different interface. Yeah, one has 4, but same shelf. Cool, Ed. That's cool. Just get a buddy with many 3D printers. It's easier. Ed, you need to not ask Travis to print anything more, man. Leave Travis alone. Travis can't even figure out how to stick to his one thing he needs to be working on now. People keep giving him projects he's never going to get done. Poor Travis. No, Travis will get there. He's going to be, he's got to, chase a couple of squirrels on the way. That's all. Travis laser focus on the stacks right now. Good, good. And I can make fun of that and all, and it's funny, so I will. But I understand it totally, and I went through. I will do that too if I'm not careful. But I also went through a phase of where, and I think a lot of people do when they're younger, where I would just buy stuff. I would throw money at things. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And I would just buy things. I'd never do anything with them. End up with tons of, parts for computers that I was going to build and I never built, and tools that I was going to use that I never used. And it's not the stuff that you have, it's your mastery of the things you do have. You can take, a piece of pink foam and a knife and a bottle of glue, and someone who really, really knows like sculpture and far better than me can just make something absolutely amazing from that. And then you can take someone that is not focused and give them the fanciest stuff, and they just make poop. So it's... No, Travis is a good guy. Yeah, he is all over the place though, man. 1,000 miles. Yeah, it's hard. I understand that. I do understand that. But it's also a trap to a degree. So after a while of realizing that, though, I kind of got to a point where I was like, okay, I can buy a tool, I can buy stuff, but I gotta use it. I gotta use it to make something. And then doing this Amazon stuff, and this kind of like messed with that a little bit because I needed things to do videos for, so I bought things, justifiably so, bought things for business purposes. Even if I wasn't using them immediately. And it was good. It was good that I did that. But for many, many years, I would just, I would not let myself get something new until I felt like I was, at a reasonable point of knowing what I was doing with the previous thing that I bought. We want to do classic caramel or go straight to tan. We're going to go caramel. Caramel, whatever. Yeah, that's empty. Why does this thing automatically go to top chat. There we go. Live chat. That's looking a little bit too light to me, but that's because I don't have the brown that I wanted. So what I might do is throw a wash on top of that. Well, I guess it's not that bad. It still looks a little bit lighter than I would like it. Thank you, Ed. Ed, do some mod stuff for me. Thanks, man. Axion Figs is right. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Boom, 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 boom. I do not have the membership link up yet, Fat Red. It just kind of popped into my head that I should probably do that. I will in a little bit here. In a moment. In a moment. A few hours later. You know, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I want to go a little more extreme with this highlight. Let's get the gray. Freddy, I forgot to mention it, but I'm also going to bring Lobo's Space Hog so you can do a random touch-up. Dude, like I said, I got the airbrush now, so we can play with that. We can paint that. We should have done it today or yesterday even, but yeah, whatever your next day off is, man, we'll take a look at it. I don't mind messing with the bike. Didn't I do a bike for you a long time ago? I don't know if it was actually Lobo's bike or it was someone else's that you had me paint for him. Let me put the membership link up here. Let me see. The airbrush changed my life. Shane, I haven't really messed with it much. I need to use it more. I got it set up. I got a hood for it, you know. Got some paints. Got some little filters to strain the stuff out. And, you know, I bought some of the accessories because every time I messed with airbrushes before, they would always get clogged. I would get frustrated. I didn't really do much with them. So I tried to get some, you know, some cleaning fluid and all that kind of stuff to get it. Some flow helper, whatever that stuff's called. So I could get it to run as smooth as possible. Boom. Took me forever to thin my paints right. Yeah, I still don't know exactly how to do that. I did watch some videos on it, so I kind of get that all paints are different. So you kind of just have to figure out which ones, you know, the consistency that you like, and then thin each brand or even the color in that brand out to, you know, a certain ratio. You'll get the hang of it. But I went ahead and I pinned the channel membership link up in the chat. So if anyone is feeling generous and wants to join, I appreciate that. If not, that's cool as well. But yeah, the airbrush, it's just one of those things where I wouldn't use it now because it's kind of late. And it's out in the, I have it in my dining area, actually, with a little tube I can stick out the window. So I have to actually get going during the day to work on something with that. Shane, do you have a specific brand of paints that you like with the airbrush? I have a bunch of Army Painter stuff right now. No, that was white. I didn't want white. I wanted gray. Then out Tester's paint. You mean the enamel hobby paint, dude? I mean, I'm not sure, but wouldn't it be turpentine for that? I would think. We're going to go with the white. Screw it. Yes, but not the enamel. So what kind of paint is it, Fat Red? Oh, it's acrylic. Well, you can thin acrylic out with water, or you can use acrylic paint medium. If anyone has some suggestions on that, that's you know, a painter, feel free to leave them in the chat. Well, acrylic does dry really quick, but they do make stuff that will slow down the drying. I'm pretty sure they call it a retarding agent. Don't know how PC that term is anymore, but I mean, it slows it down. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people have accidentally bought that enamel paint and not realized what they got themselves into. I used it a few times when I was a kid, for building models, but honestly, I never got very comfortable with it. My dad was. Alright, well that's pretty good for a little mini dio. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. Maybe I'll throw a little green or something on the door to give it some character. Yeah, this is actually kind of a mini version of something I used to make. I used to make something similar to this that would fit in a detolf. I have one. I made several of them. I think I have a YouTube video on making one. It's got Deadpool in the. Yeah, I do. I have a YouTube video on making them. A little more color in there. If I glued like a little bit of moss in there, that would look really freaking cool. Need some flock. Doesn't everything? Doesn't everything? James Lucas. How you doing, James? Thanks for coming by. Flock. I need to flock some stuff. I haven't flocked anything in a while. Maybe I need to... Ooh, I could flock a book. Yeah, a flocked book might be kind of cool. Flock your fancy chest. That might be cool. Flock it. Yeah. A random diorama t-shirt. Yeah. You know, I used to use dolphin gray a lot for cement. Let me see if I have dolphin gray around here. I think I do. I think I just saw it. Where did I see it? Let's see, what do we got in the chat here? A t-shirt pick. Man, I don't know. I guess I could make a shirt. I haven't, I need to get a logo, man. I don't even have a freaking logo. Just flock it. That would be cool. Ed says, when I refurbished G.I. Joe Adventure Team heads, I had a shirt that said, I flock, therefore I am. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, there it is right there. Dolphin gray. So Ed, or anyone in here that's into that stuff, how big do you think the audience is for that Masters of the Universe stuff? Do you think it's like, where does it fall on the spectrum of things? I mean, I guess it's got to have some kind of draw right now, since they just put a new series on Netflix. I have been thinking about trying to do some stuff a little bit more related to a property, because that's what everyone does. They make videos and stuff about the pop culture thing. I usually tend to not do too much of that. I just kind of like go off and just make something. Sometimes it'll be inspired by something, but I don't usually make specific things. It would have to be a goofy pic though, random, like when you photobomb your own stream with a protective gear on. That would be funny. I actually almost did that in my my reel that I did today. Yeah, I might have to throw some of those in there sometimes. A perfect night. Too bad I'm not drinking Dr. Pepper. Eduardo, I don't even freaking drink soda anymore, and like, you are literally having me want a Dr. Pepper. I was never super big into Dr. Pepper, but I mean, I did drink it from time to time. But I literally think about it all the time now when I'm streaming. It's like, yeah, maybe a Dr. Pepper might not be bad. It's quite large. A lot of old and new collectors in it. Saturday night streaming is filled with Motu collectors. Yeah. Yeah, Ed, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'll try a project linked to that. Because I watched Revelation, and I just started Revolution, and it's like very well done visually. So, yeah, it might be kind of cool. Eduardo secretly works for Dr. Pepper Marketing. He might. He literally might. Tim Hill, books? What kind of books? Or you mean Motu books? I have a whole file of pictures that I've been looking on the internet for inspiration for different books and stuff. So I'm going to be making some more books. If you're talking about or you're just like, oh, there's books on the screen. I got a fresh cup of coffee. Yeah, man, some caffeine would do okay right now. But I did already I just had a cup of Earl Grey before I started. I need like tan. Where's tan? Caramel, tan. There's a little tan. Oh, let me write something down here. Mattel is still making play sets for Motu, so something that could tie into those would be very well. Oz is using your console he got in Snake Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have my seltzer. At least it's carbonated. It's a little more exciting than water. Plain seltzer. Feel the excitement. All right. We have 10. My only G.I. Joe pigs are hanging out with Ram Diorama console. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Das ist good enough. Good enough, good enough. Well, we got these two little mini dios. And we got these two little houses here. That's when you close your eyes, pretend you're cracking a cold one. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't even... It's hard to believe, Ed, but I don't even really... I mean, once in a blue moon, I think about, it might be nice to have a glass of wine one day or something like that, but it's so strange because I used to drink so much, and now it's like I really just... It took years to not even really think about it, but it's funny how the brain works. They have this tea here that's in a glass bottle and is served cold. It has active cultures in it, and it tastes a bit like beer, but it's non-alcoholic, full of probiotics. Is that like that? What is that? Kombucha or something like that? Whatever that stuff is. Like fermented something. Man, what am I going to work on? I could paint crates, but God, that's so boring. I have enough crates for right now. I could play with some Sculpey. I'm not sure exactly what to make with that. Alright, maybe we'll play with some Sculpey. Let's move these off of here, make a little room. Maybe, yeah. Build a bookcase. I mean, I have a few already, Ed. I think I'd want to look into it and build something a little bit fancier than what I would normally build. Brazilian restaurant. No idea. Build an altar. A medieval bookcase. Trying to think on what I would do for a bookcase. It could be pretty simple. Doesn't have to be fancy. How would I make it stand out and look a little bit nicer? I mean, I could do the metal straps on it as well on the sides. Superman's beard would be great, Freddy. Freddy, Superman is sitting right here. I can't boil the water right now, though. It's too late. I don't want to go out there. If I was going to use Sculpey to make something right now, I would. I'd put it in my toaster oven to harden it up. But I can't put Superman's head in the toaster oven. So Freddy in the chat actually. I've had his Superman head for like 2 months now, probably more than that, probably like 3 months, and he just wants me to put a beard on it, and I haven't done anything with it. It's just sitting there. I literally hung a shelf on the wall, and I put Superman's head on the shelf, so he just stares at me every day. I see him reminding me how I haven't put a beard on him yet. Get on him, yeah, man. Ed's right. You're right, Ed. When was the last time you photobombed your live stream? I don't know. Just kidding. No, you're good, Freddy. Briscoe, what's up, Briscoe? Okay, let's put Superman's head back up in his place of honor up there. All right, screw it. I'll make a small bookcase. A small one, though. I won't do anything too tall. Is this enough material? Yeah, this is probably enough material. Boom, 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 boom. That's a cool height. That's a cool height. How many shelves? One. Like a 3-shelf bookcase. Maybe about that big. All right, let's go over to the hot wire cam and see what's going on. So I can tell I didn't really account for the thickness of the shelves in this, so I'm not sure if it's still going to be able to fit books on each shelf. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Plenty of room. This thing is kind of chunky, actually. It's a little bit too chunky, but I wanted it to be able to fit this guy. And it does, so we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. going to need some straps. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alrighty. TK Magic Shop. What's up, TK? Nice, he's maxed up. Yeah. This time I remembered. All right, so this is a super simple looking thing. Oh, just another peaceful night, TK. You know how it is. TK, what socials are you on? You just said you're doing YouTube Shorts? Yeah, I hear you, man. It's a lot of energy keeping up with social media. Yeah, I should do the underside too. Don't be lazy. Gonzo, how you doing? Not much, just chilling out. Are you eyeballing those straight cuts? They are relatively straight. But all this stuff was cut on the hot wire foam cutter. But yeah, the lines in the middle, yeah, it's just wooden planks. They don't have to be like super straight. See? Not straight at all. Mine wouldn't be nearly as straight. Yeah. That's cool, man. It's you get used to anything. It also helps when you have a blade like this that you can put the blade out and look down the blade so you can see the line that it's making. And sometimes I even line up with the lines that are on the mat and just you can see where the blade is going to go. Okay. Gonna need something on the bottom to raise it off the ground a little bit. Maybe this. That'll work. Definitely could have inset these shelves a little bit, but it's all right. Now, do I want to glue it all together at once? It's going to be a hot mess. Probably not. There's no way this is going to be even like this. I'm just going to tell you right now. We're going for good enough. Want that a little bit lower than the top. Foam's very cool. Thank you. Let that chill for a moment. Yeah, medieval. Rustic does work. I did try to get a little more, you know, fancy pants with this one though. And that was kind of fun doing the instead of just doing some straight legs, having the different shapes in there. It was kind of fun with this. So I would like to do some more, I don't know, like magical looking wizard stuff that would be a little bit more gilded, perhaps, is the word I'm looking for. I'm very, very tempted to just use the laser cutter to do it, though. I sent Ed and Random a pic. A tomato pincushion? Yeah, whose mom didn't have a... My grandma had one of those the tomato-style pincushion. Look, I never had a pincushion before for myself, and absolutely no regrets. This stuff is so freaking useful. I use them constantly. Freaking awesome. Highly, 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 highly recommend having a pincushion on hand with some pins if you're working with foam, especially when you start cutting it thinner like this. It's just super, super useful. As a matter of fact, that would be freaking funny if I had a random diorama pincushion made up. Now that would be freaking hilarious. Custom merch pincushion. Oh no, you're cool, man. I use T-pins. Yeah, Ed, whatever works. Whatever works. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and slop the glue on there, move it around, and then pin it, and we'll just see what we turn out with. Oh, dude, the frog dissecting. Ugh. That smell. Freaking formaldehyde. I'm not going to mess with that. But I will use it to wipe the excess glue off. Where was that big chunk of glue? Oh, it's up there. Am I on camera? Hold on. No, I'm too zoomed in. Do I want to flip it over? No, I think I'm going to do the rivets first, or the nail heads. Then I'll flip it over. Scrap foam. Which I do not have in short supply. Oh, look at that. That's a piece of foam from the Christmas cottage for the Father Christmas. That was part of the roof. Yeah, Fat Red, I didn't put a back on it yet, but I probably will. I was thinking that earlier. But I always have a hard time getting the back size exactly right when I'm making it beforehand, especially because sometimes the shelf dries a little crooked. So what I'll do is I'll wait till it's kind of like solidifies a little bit and then make one. Maybe I'll put some, I might even just do boards on this one. Just cut some boards and glue them on there. You could make foam go-karts. I'm sure I could make foam go-karts. You can make damn near anything out of foam, honestly. It has a harder time with rounded objects. Obviously, you could sand things, but especially the smaller you get, round becomes much more challenging. Not very practical. How do you decide what to make and when to make it? That's kind of funny, actually, for me. Man, I don't know. I'm blowing all my stuff away now. I don't even know, dude. I don't have an answer for you. No, I do a content planning session every week where I write out ideas. I spend about 45 minutes to an hour, and I write down ideas that are fresh in my mind for that week. And pretty much I just pull from that pool of ideas. But it's pretty random, obviously. Sometimes I'll have a commission, although I don't really take them that much anymore, to be quite honest. Oops. Those are way too chunky, but you know what? We're just going to leave it. Maybe it'll look cool chunky. As I stab myself in the hand with the tweezers. And these are super sharp tweezers. I wonder because I struggle to think of what mods or things I want to do. Yeah, so there is a lot of stuff on the spot. But, TK, you got to write stuff down, man. So when you're watching a movie or watching a TV show, write stuff down. If you have a Pinterest account or you don't have a Pinterest account, you should have a Pinterest account. And whenever you think about anything, go to Pinterest, make a board for it, which is like a visual list, and just type in magical books, and then you can put a bunch of them in there, find stuff that you like. There's so many pictures on Pinterest. The only thing that's been bugging me about that lately is everything is getting flooded with AI. And sure, you can use AI to generate ideas for art, and that's cool, but it's kind of annoying because it used to be you can go on there and you could see things that either people drew or people made. And if someone made it, you can kind of look at the materials and try to guess or figure out kind of what they did, and it would be possible. But when you're looking at something that AI made, lots of times it's not even really possible with the materials they're representing. It's like there was this, I looked at this book today on there that had these fine hair strand details on it that looked awesome, and someone was like, oh, where can I get one like this? And you can't. There's no way. Like, if you made it, you couldn't even touch the damn thing because it would just shatter into a million pieces. Go for it painting. What's up? Go for it. And look, the Thanos copter buzzing in. What's up, Thanos? It's so funny how people will pop up, like sometimes when it gets a little later, you can tell other streams are ending or something. It's just funny. I'm like the bar that's open later than everybody else. I don't have a Pinterest, but I might make one. TK, definitely make a Pinterest. Really, really great for just cataloging stuff. You can make the boards public so other people could see them, but you could also just make them private, and it just lets you keep visual lists of things that you're interested in. The Nightcap Bar channel, right? Yeah. It's Cheers, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Perfect. I could deal with that. It is the best kind of bar. It's where you want to go, where everyone knows your name. Alright, that's roughly the same location. Thanos, I thought that too just now as we were talking about it. How cool that would be to make a... I mean, even just a bar, period, would be cool. Radnom is stuck bartending. Man, isn't... Take care, Freddie. Have a good night. Yeah, that's freaking funny. I don't know if I would hold out indefinitely bartending yet. I probably not a good career choice for me. But maybe for a party or something. Briscoe buddies. I was a bouncer at a club in college. Really? Okay. That's cool. Thanos, I could totally see you as a bartender, dude. I definitely could. You got like that kind of like that smart ass smirk on your face half the time where you're like, I don't know. So I could just see it. I don't know how to put it. Ed says, I made a 50s diner in 1/16 scale years ago just to display my hot rod cars in the front of. Yeah, that would be cool. For sure. I want to cut some boards for the back of this thing now. God dang it, I guess I can cut some boards for the back of this thing. This ain't looking too bad though. It's a little, it's not exactly square, but it'll work. See what it looks like next to the old table. Yeah, that's working. Throw a few books on there. Where's the red book? Uh-oh. Where's the red book? It's around here somewhere. Wow, how did I lose that? Now I'm scared to move the chair. I don't want to roll over it. Oh, here it is by the hot wire cutter. Jägermeister and Red Bull. Oh my goodness, man. I never really got into that. I used to drink a lot of Jaeger when I was like, I don't know, 20, 21, 22, right in there somewhere. Yeah, Briscoe, I'm going to put whatever. I mean, right now I only have books. I do have some glass jars and stuff. Some little tiny glass jars. Let me see. See if I can get the T-cam going. So yeah, it'll tie together when I get the straps painted black, so it'll be the same color wood. Although I have to buy that. I don't have any more of that paint. That's honey brown paint. Klaatu, Verata, Nectar. Yeah, well, it'll go good. The height's cool, you know. Doesn't I do like tall, grander looking shelves, but this will be a nice little accessory to go along with it. We can take a close-up look at these too while we have this on. That we painted today. I don't know about that last one. But these are cool. This one's probably the best. Random's got the best. There's TK Magic Shop. You should check out Oz's stream tomorrow. That's a pretty good networking stream too. Although this one is obviously this is all dio focused, so a lot of people in here do crafty stuff. Big stone doorway really pops. Yeah, that archway. Like I said, I used to make those and sell them. Where are we at? Good stuff. let me pull these off of here and ruler. Let me go run to the hot wire cam real quick, and I'm gonna make a couple of slats for the back. Messed up. There's not enough material here. I'll have to cut something else. It's all right. We'll just cut this. To be all frugal here. Ooh. I want to do that. All right, we got some boards here. We're gonna texture up and then glue on. They're gonna have to be cut down a little bit more, but like I said, it's a little off kilter. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. Let me take a quick look in the chat here. I heard Oz. It'd be cool to figure out how to use the magnets to make a book float over a table. Like float? Yeah, I mean, that sounds wonderful, except it's like really, really complicated. I mean, I could get it to move underneath the table, but actual floating, like you need, I don't know, that's sounds complicated. Unless I bought an item that already floated and ripped it apart and put the mechanism in there. Yeah, okay, yeah, Ed, that's good. Yeah, drop Oz's link. That's very cool. Dr. Pepper jelly beans. Okay, Eduardo. Were they good? All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment. All right. bathroom break. Man, did I need that. Thank you again to channel members. The link is in the chat if anyone wants to join. What was I thinking? Dude, I just had an idea and I can't even remember what it was. Yeah, scrolling backwards. I was like, screw it. I'll roll it backwards for a little bit. I was wondering if anyone was going to comment on that, actually. Okay. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was great. I loved it. It's been a while since I looked on Netflix, and I'm just noticing there's a lot of cool movies on there right now. I just rewatched Dread, the 2012 version, which obviously the one with Sylvester Stallone was great, but I didn't mind that 2012 version. I thought it was okay. And then I watched. I'm gonna rewatch the John Wicks because they just recently put them all up on there without having to pay extra. You know, they're just up on the normal membership. And I actually was split in between watching the Masters of the Universe and watching the newer Voltron stuff. I'm also going to go in and watch some of the classic stuff as well. But it's been a long time. You could make miniature Detolf foam shelves. I mean, not really though, Fat Red, because Detolf is glass, man. It wouldn't look right. Yeah, I don't have anything good to do clear stuff from. I mean, you can use clear 3D print like resin, which I cannot freaking stand 3D printing resin. I bought a pretty nice 3D resin printer, although it's like, I guess it's older now. I don't know, it's about 1.5 years old. It's the Anycubic Photon 6K, the Mono 6K, so it's like the bigger bed format, but I just cannot stand the way resin smells. Some people don't seem to mind it as much as me, and I'm usually pretty good about the odors and stuff, but it just don't like it. So I'll use it. You know, I got masks, gloves, all that stuff. The other thing is I could, cast something clear out of resin, or I can cut up some acrylic, which is probably what I'd try to do. I shouldn't have put the glue on the last part, but I already did, because I'm going to need to cut it down to size. Yeah, that does look way, way better with the back on, for sure, for sure. Okay, so, you know what, we're just gonna notch it and wing it. And hope for the best. Nice. Looks a little chunky on there, but I like the way it looks. It's nice that it doesn't look perfect. It doesn't need to look perfect. All right. So once that dries up, we'll get that painted. That'll look pretty cool. Yeah, it'll look cool. Like a glove. Knotholes would be cool, actually. Yeah, knotholes would be cool. Yeah, TK, the freaking wire brush method on foam gives a pretty nice, wood grain look to stuff, for sure. It gives quite a bit of realism for foam. It's pretty amazing what you can do with foam. It's definitely like Skyrim-ish. That's what it is, for sure. I need to go ahead and load up Skyrim. I think that was on Xbox 360. I need to just hook that up and go run around in Skyrim and take pictures of all the furniture and stuff in there, because there's lots of really cool stuff and the different houses you could buy. This is sliding, so I think it might need to be pinned. It would look cool with metal straps across the back, but no one's going to see the back. That would look cool, though. Okay. Well, that's done. Look at this freaking... What's that guy? Pinhead, man. This thing has pins coming out everywhere. No, this is good. I'm glad I did this. Good call, Ed. I needed another bookcase. This one is nicer than the other ones that I have. I have just some simpler ones. So this is pretty simple, but looking good, looking good. As I glue all my book props to the not quite dry bookcase. Cool. Breeze Home, yeah, man. I actually did a diorama probably in like 2015, maybe 2016. That it was like a tavern kind of thing. I didn't finish it because I used it. I used it for Christmas photos. It's on my IG like a long time ago. But I did the floor with like the fire pit when you walked into the. I think it might be Breeze Home. But I just used to love those fire pits they had in Skyrim. Like, I kind of want that in a house one day. I know building codes probably won't let you. But that was just freaking awesome. Yeah, it's going to go really good with the table. Flea markets are cool. Haven't been in a long time, but I used to spend some time there. Okay. Is there anything else I should mess with? What time is it? 1:15 a.m. I did get a late start today. All right. I wish we had flea markets here still. Why don't they have... Oh, is it just because of the time of year? Texas is big on garage sales. There's lots of garage sales around. And we have like a really big place in Arlington, Texas, which is it's called Trader's Village, and it's like freaking huge, where it's basically just a giant open air flea market where everyone sets up. But there's quite a few places around here that are like that. No one runs a flea market anymore. I think, Texas is like, there is a huge Hispanic population here. And it's really kind of like my friend's wife, she's from Honduras, and like they are big on that kind of stuff, the flea markets and the garage sales too. She does like some really cool garage sales all the time, actually. I think the culture here would keep it, and it's kind of like a cowboy thing too. Like they like to have the like antiques and the that sort of thing. I suppose eBay and stuff like that has kind of squeezed the flea markets to a degree. There's a place also, it's a little further from here, but it's in a small town called Canton. And they have what they call the trade days. And if you look it up, it's kind of crazy. I haven't been there in a long time. But they have a hill. And on that hill, people own little buildings that are like tiny homes and like, I don't know how to put it, like sheds, but fancy sheds. And they built this whole like mini Western town thing. There's like, little different restaurants and like little different hotels and stuff, but Western style. And you get the guys like do the reenactment. It's just basically old school cosplay where they'll dress up and do that. And the hill like overlooks this giant flea market area. But I haven't ever actually been there when everything was going on, but I was there a couple of times when it was kind of low key. And I actually went there like right around the housing bubble thing, because there was a bunch of those little units or whatever you want to call them that were for sale relatively cheap. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can pick one up. But yeah, it's kind of wild. Like you could live there, you could pay to. It's just wild. I don't know how to explain it. You'd have to see it to understand. But Okay, so what are we doing? We have gone 2 hours and 27 minutes, which is pretty good considering I started pretty darn late. It is 1:20 a.m. in the morning. Ed says we have a whole village here similar. Fairies, fortune tellers, and witches. Yeah, we have Scarborough Fair, which is very well-known Ren Fair just south of DFW in, is it in, yeah, Waco, Waxahachie. I don't know, I get the W's mixed up. It's one of those, just south of DFW. All right, guys. So there's actually still quite a few people in here. Thanks for hanging in there, and appreciate everyone that hung out, even the people that lurk and don't say hello. There's one person in particular. I know you're watching this. Probably going to hit me on Discord for almost calling you out, but not calling you out. And hope everyone has a great weekend and a good night. And I'll see everyone soon. Please leave comments on my stuff. Thank you. That is all.